Welcome back, YouTube. We're back.
What's going on? This is Sunshine.
And this is E.
Hey, what's going on? We got a little something special again. We're going to do tell you a little bit more about ourselves. We're going to get into the little casino videos. But right now, we're going to tell you one more story. I guess it's a little story, but it's a big thing overall about us. And I'm just going to let her take over. It's going to be about how we got engaged, how the proposal went, and I'll let her take over. Go ahead.
I get to do it. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we went to his hometown, and it was Christmas. And it's my first Christmas with his family. And everyone was opening gifts. And it was all having a good time. So everyone was opening their stuff, and we were just dating exclusively at the time, I guess you could say that.
Yeah.
And so everybody was done, so we were getting ready to pick up all the paper and stuff, and then next I knew, someone saw in the back underneath the tree, and they said, "Oh, wait a minute, there's a gift under here." And someone picked it up. I can't remember. I don't know if my sister-in-law picked it up and said, "Oh, it's for you." So she handed it to me. I was like, "Me? Oh, okay." So I opened it up, and I'm looking at it. It was just a beautiful watch, and I was looking at it, and I was like, "Oh, nice." And so they're looking, and they're standing over me. He's like, "Oh, that was really nice." And so we opened it, and all of a sudden this thing, it just flipped down. And it was cut out in newspaper clipping. Said, "Will you marry me?" Cut out in newspaper clipping. They saw it before I saw it. I guess sometimes take a little minute. And so I was like, "What?" And I looked, and I was like, "Oh," because he totally took me by surprise. Your brother said you was doing something. I don't know. So,
Oh, well, the way
the night before, I'm just trying to think.
I can't, be honest with you. I remember most of the story, just how I got to that point. But I know the night before, I was going to do something, trying to do a little something different. Instead of hitting the knee and doing that kind of thing. So I decided to do something different. So at the house that I grew up in, we have a bathroom upstairs and one downstairs. And so everybody's upstairs sleeping and everything. So I went down, I grabbed the paper, I went there, I sat on the toilet, but I still had my pants up. But I sat on the toilet, I had the newspaper, a pair of scissors, and I'm cutting them out. Almost like when somebody sent this letter to the cops saying, "Hey, this whatever, what do you call it, like a murder kind of letters or whatever."
Letter,
so I just cut it out, and put it together, and then wrapped it up and put it in this. So that's how I went.
I should have found it because I still have it.
Do you? Oh, wow.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah. So I just wanted to do a little something different instead of doing the traditional thing. And so actually, I don't think she's like, "Okay, this is nice." And I was telling her, like, move the watch. Because it kind of, I think it slid down over it.
That's what it was.
So she had to push it back up, and then she could read it. So that's kind of how, like I said, it's a short story, hopefully it's sweet.
I didn't even pick, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, no. Go ahead.
I didn't even pick it up because I'm so busy looking at the watch. What he does is he picks up the camcorder immediately. He wasn't videotaping the whole time. Then all of a sudden he videotapes this. Mm-hmm. And he starts walking towards me, but I'm not really paying attention until later. That's when I noticed, he was recording my reaction.
And one day I'm going to search and find it. It's somewhere here in the house. But when you live in a place for a long time, to find stuff. So maybe down the line, a couple weeks, I'll find it, and then we'll flash back to this moment, and we'll show you the actual video of when I proposed and when she. Did she accept?
Okay, so let me tell that. So everybody was looking at me like, "So what are you gonna say? What are you gonna say?" And I was like, "Oh yeah." And he was like, "No. I want her to answer on her own time. You don't have to answer me really right now. If you need to think about it or whatever." In my mind and my heart, I already knew what my answer was. So we all go and we go to the mall that day because know if it was the next day or next day. That day or next day. It had to be the next day. We all went to the mall because we were taking a family picture. And so I'm trying to figure out how I can tell him yes. So in a nice special way, like he was special to me in the proposal. So I went into a card shop and I found a card. It was just absolutely perfect. And I said, do you remember?
The truth should set you free. Won't be free. I don't really remember a lot of stuff. I don't remember. It's been several years, but I remember. I think it was even a card. I don't know if I remember exactly what it said or what it looked like, but I
tell
think
you what it said.
Okay.
It said, "I may not ever have $1 million, but at least I'll have you to make me feel like it."
Okay, and we're still rolling with that $9 million. But no, we're halfway there, maybe quarter away, 10%. We're heading that way.
So we set up a whole video because my parents wasn't there. They didn't see and they didn't know. So we did this whole big video on, he showed the clip of me getting Anyway, we did a stand-up, I think it was. It was a stand-up. We did a recording of our whole entire trip. The snow and, oh my goodness, coming through Buffalo. It was just crazy. But anyway, the snow, and it led up to, the whole proposal and him asking. And then I stood in front of the camera. I don't remember how that even went. We should have talked about it. Anyway, so thank you for subscribing.
That's right. Make sure you like this video. Hopefully you liked it. I mean, we did because we're still together. But subscribe, so when we drop those videos, you'll be the first one to get those videos. And
comment, because I read them.
Comment. And actually, ask us questions inside those videos if we haven't answered a question you may want to ask us. So with that, we want to say appreciate you all checking out our video, and we'll see you later. Take care.
Thank you.